Welcome everybody to Charlotte Motor Speedway here on Intensity Broadcasting. My name is Josh Hall. I'm joined tonight by Eddie Morris. How you doing, Eddie?
Oh man, pretty good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm excited to watch these trucks take on Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. It's always a great race here with the Original Rebels. Brought to you by the Thin Blue Line USA. If you're the Thin Blue Line USA, use code Original Rebels TBL for 20% off your purchase at checkout. Go check out the Thin Blue Line USA. Great sponsor of the league, and we appreciate all our law enforcement fellows that race in this league and all of you around the country who do what you do to keep us all safe. So we do appreciate you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Also, let's take a look at our playoff standings real quick while we got a few minutes. While practice is still going on. And you see your top 8 right now. Garrett Kinder, William Griffith, Thomas Lee, Jeff Paisley, Brett Retterer, Zach Wetstein, who had a really bad finish a couple weeks ago and fallen way back in the points, as you can see. Logan Sturgeon, and Chris Heiner round out your top 8. And
Heck yeah, man.
your top 4 finishers, well, not top 4 finishers, excuse me, your top 4 in points after tonight will move on to the Championship 4 race at Michigan. And, man, I had a lot of fun running Michigan with these guys on Friday night in the Xfinity Series. I can imagine to see what these guys are going to put on for a show next Sunday.
Yeah, I love Michigan, man. I'm originally from there, from Michigan, and that track is just—it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, we see our top 5 from last week. Our podium: Garrett Kinder getting the win, Thomas Lee coming in second, William Griffith coming in third, Zach Wetstein having a rebound from the week before, coming home in fourth, and Brett Retterer, your 5th place finisher last week. So we'll see how the points shake up tonight as we take a look at our spotlight driver. And it's the one, the only Garrett Kinder, 28 years old, from Walters, Oklahoma. Current city in Elk City, Oklahoma. Best finish was P1, Michigan, Texas, and Richmond. So he's had a couple wins so far. College, you went to Cameron University, Southwestern Oklahoma State University. His truck manufacturer of choice on iRacing is the Chevrolet. Favorite race car driver, Kevin Harvick. Favorite movie, Two Guns. Hobbies include iRacing, hunting, fishing, and guitar. His favorite quote is, you can be the king or the sweet streeper, but everyone dances with the Grim Reaper. That is a great quote to live by right there. And a fun fact, owner of Reaper Racing and co-commissioner of the Tuesday Night Dirt Invaders. So Kinder keeping himself very busy these days. As you see, our race sponsor tonight is the Keswick Group. This is the Keswick Group 200 playoff race. Don't forget to check out Jason Reisman. He's the broker and the agent over there. Reisman.getinsured@gmail.com for all your life insurance stakes. It takes there's just like in racing, life accidents happen. So get insured. Make sure you're protected at the Keswick Group. So we got about a minute and a half left in practice, and right now Thomas Lee at the top of the board. As we take a look at a couple cars out on track right here, we take a look at Josh Lokovitz. And Eddie, what's the keys to getting around Charlotte here?
Oh man, I think saving some tire, not getting them too hot is the key. But man, it's gonna be a good race. Everybody's gonna be up there, man. It's a transfer race. The top 4 in points move on to next week at Michigan. People are gonna be going for it, man.
Yeah, not just that, but you hit it right on the head talking about saving tires, because it's really easy. The first couple laps, you can actually go full throttle around the track here in these trucks, but that's going to use up your tires, and your as you said, that can really mess you up as you go along with the race. Also, I forgot to mention tonight, we're running some throwback paint schemes tonight. Some of these guys. Take a look at this truck on track right now.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. That's Christian the Coach Debman right there in the number 3. Pretty sweet throwback.
Yeah. Jeff Paisley doesn't have any numbers on it, but that looks like that old Sterling Marlin paint job to me. I see the Rocky Mountains on the bottom. Logan Sturgeon running the old Rainbow Warriors colors. That's a good looking truck right there.
Heck yeah.
And getting right there, Josh Oswald. That is a throwback to Darrell Waltrip if I've ever seen one. Is that Darrell Waltrip or is that Oh, Die Hard. Sears Die Hard. That would be, man, I know I've seen that truck. It's escaping me right now. As we're getting ready to do some qualifying here. Throw down the.
Wasn't Skinner, was it?
How many been Skinner?
I don't know.
You know what? You're gonna make me do some quick research.
You're gonna do the Googles over here, aren't
I
you?
got the Googles.
That's right.
Mike Veith is the first car to leave pit. Oh, I love it. Square D car. So, as everybody, you may not know, I run the 81 when I race. And if I ever had a throwback paint scheme, this would be the throwback that I would do for sure. Matches my number. And, you know, I was a Rusty Wallace fan growing up, but I always respected all the Wallace brothers. So, that's a sharp looking truck on track right now. Let's take a look, see if anybody else has some sweet paint jobs. Oh, look at this one here. 29 rocking that old. That could be either a Kevin Harvick or it could be a Dale Sr. as well.
Looks like the senior. Is that Taz on the hood?
Yeah, it is Taz on the hood, yeah.
Or not senior, but Harvick. I believe Harvick had Taz on the hood for a Richmond race.
All right, I was way off. So that's 17. We saw on track before Josh Oswald is running. Is the old Rich Bickle paint job.
Oh, wow.
So I was way up. Do we have any other? No, Logan Vitz is running his normal paint job. See Griffith running his normal paint job there. Chris Heiner jumps to the top of the board. He's running a throwback paint job right there. That's an old Jeff Gordon All-Star race paint job. Matt Geist in the chat says, good luck, guys. Jared Kozel says, Brett Redder, get it home. Or get it, bro. Head down, get a top 3. And Sherry Lund says, let's go number 12.
I think you might like Sam Wetstein's throwback.
I'm taking a look real quick at the throwback here that Matt Geist is running.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. To the High Groove Harry.
High Groove Harry, there it is.
Fun fact, he had a steakhouse. I don't know if he still does or not, but me and my dad, we made a trip to the race in Charlotte, and on our way back, the transmission blew out. But we got to eat at a steakhouse before the transmission went.
That's awesome. I do like this Kodiak paint job here by Sam Wetstein. That's definitely a sweet looking ride. That could be a throwback to Ricky Craven. Could be a throwback to Rusty Wallace. It could be a throwback to Kenny Schrader. A lot of people have driven that Kodiak car. Let's take a look, see if Zach has a throwback. But before he does, the old Ernie Irvin paint job. That's the one I remember driving that car when I first started watching NASCAR way back in the early 90s. And to me, I love throwback paint jobs. Here we go again. Dave Jones running the Tide Ride here. That could be a throwback to Ricky Rudd. It could be a throwback to... actually, that looks like a newer paint job, so that could be more like a... what's his name there? Anybody who's driven in the JTG cars lately. Brandon Wallace, another good wrench car here, running the Oreo paint job.
I like that one.
That's a sharp-looking truck as well. See what Alex Veith is running here. Alex is just running... Oh, actually, Alex is running an old Winston paint job. Look at that thing.
It's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet. Throwing back to the old days when Winston was sponsor of the track. Kinder with a new paint job today. Doesn't look much like a throwback. We'll have to see what's...
Surprised he didn't incorporate Kinder only in there somehow on a throwback.
Hey. Thomas Lee out here running his full Devoners truck. No throwback there, but a beautiful truck nevertheless. Jeff Paisley in the 7. We already saw he's running that Sterling Marlin paint job. Anybody else we kind of missed here? We'll have to go through them as we take the grid here as well. As it looks like we got about, oh, Jeff Paisley hits the wall coming off turn 4. That's going to wreck his qualifying attempt there. So Thomas Lee still the only one out on track here. As you can see, look at your tower, see where your favorite drivers are. Kevin Kinder says, good luck, 76, go G. And Thomas Lee to the top of the board. Where's Brett at? Brett Retterer is just coming on the track now. So he hasn't made his qualifying attempt yet, but he's running his normal colors, no throwback, but a great sponsor nonetheless. Also, Keith Durst out on track as well. And the 94. Representing, I hate to say this, but the Ohio State.
I think I need some mouthwash now.
Yes, sir.
Go blue.
Go blue. Logan Sturgeon out on track. We already saw his throwback in that awesome Rainbow Warrior car. So you look at those top 3 drivers. Those are playoff drivers right there, trying to move themselves into the next round. Deadman is out of the playoffs. Charlie Elmore having a great qualifying attempt. Elmore has in the 5th spot. Let's see here. So your top 3 are playoff drivers. Brett Retterer moving up into the 6th spot. He's a playoff driver. And let's see here. Jeff Paisley sitting back in 15th. He's another one of your playoff drivers here. As Logan Sturgeon moves himself up into the 15th position. Sturgeon.
Chris Heiner there in 12th.
Yeah, look at that.
He's also in the playoffs.
He is. He just snuck his way in there. So it's Mickey Isaac out on track right now as well. As we got about 2.5 minutes left in qualifying here. And I expect this to be a great race. I love watching these guys on these 1.5-mile tracks. They always put on a good show, especially places like Texas and here at Charlotte. I expect most of the same, so strap in, boys and girls. You're about to see a great race here on Intensity Broadcasting.
Yeah, absolutely, man. These guys put on an awesome show.
And don't forget to tune in next week for Michigan for their Final Four. Don't forget to tune in any of our other races here on Intensity Broadcasting. We've got the ARCA Series in full swing in their playoffs tomorrow night. Tuesday and Wednesday, iOS Cup and Truck Series, respectively, also in their playoff hunts. It's the final race of the season this week.
Yeah, from Vegas.
From Vegas, so that should be a good show. Then you got your double dirty Thursdays. And we should be picking up a few more races as more leagues start up in the next couple weeks. So it looks like everybody who's going to qualify has qualified. So let's not forget to check out your Thin Blue Line USA and use Original Rebels TBL for 20% off at checkout. And also, don't forget to check out our race sponsor tonight, the Kenswick Group, Life Insurance. Check out Jason Reisman. He's the broker and agent over there at reisman.getinsured@gmail.com. Because just like in racing, accidents happen. You want to make sure you're covered. As we are getting ready to grid here. And we will see some of these awesome paint jobs in the back. But starting on pole tonight in the Reaper Racing #1, Thomas Lee with a Reaper Racing top 4. Garrett Kinder in second. Zach Wetstein third, and Christian Dedman rounding out your top four.
Yeah. Starting P5, we got Charlie Elmore. P6 is Brett Redderer. P7 is Brandon Wallace. And starting 8th, we got Jesse Nekula.
And we see Elmore is running a throwback as well. He's got that old Tony Stewart orange car. Rounding out your 9th spot here. Excuse me. 9th, Matt Geis in the 33, rocking that old school Harry Gant look. And then outside of him is Mickey Isaac in the 01, followed by Aaron Adcock in the 23, and Josh Oswald in the 17.
Starting P13, we got Chris Heiner. He's one of the playoff drivers, so look for him to try to make his way to the front. And starting 14th, we got Alex Veith. And his dad starting in 15th, Mike Veith. And rolling off 16th, Logan the Fish Sturgeon.
17th, another playoff driver, Jeff Paisley. Outside of him, Sam Wetstein in the 98. And then Josh Loganvitz in the 79, and William Griffith in the 12 will roll off row 10.
Starting P21, we got Keith Durst. And starting 22nd, we got Davy Jones. And Jason Lottridge starting 23rd. Kyle Roberts, 24th.
And that's going to round out your field as we take a look at a couple more of these awesome throwback paint jobs. Another couple tide rides. You got a Steve Park. Kyle Roberts rocking that Steve Park paint job there. Dave Jones, as we mentioned before, that tide ride. So I'm looking forward to seeing all these great paint jobs as the pace car is taking its hard left turn. Green flags in the air. Thomas Lee and Garrett Kinder get a great jump here. Here comes Zach, though, on the bottom line. He's already looking to challenge for that lead as they go side by side into turn 1. Brett Redder already making some moves up into the 4th spot as they rocket through 1 and 2.
Up there, brother.
Oh, I do. I apologize for that. Thank you for letting me know.
Figured I'd let you know before the chat did.
Nah, I appreciate it. They say it sounds pretty low, so I'll work on that as well. But side by side, Thomas Lee going to lead the lap. So we start working lap number 2 here. Already some side-by-side racing between Charlie Elmore and Jesse Nekula. Elmore's going to move himself up into that 6th spot here, and right behind him, Mickey Isaac trying to take that position away from Nekula. A little further back, Sturgeon working the inside line. Oh man, the 99 Wallace almost just caught the wall, and Mickey Isaac having some issues too. Mickey falling way back here. We'll have to see exactly, take a look real quick, see what happened to Mickey here. Oh, it looks like he hit the wall, got a little loose, and went through the AstroTurf there.
Yeah, I seen the car shoot out, and I was like, oh man, he collected it.
Up front though, Thomas Lee under pressure from Zach Wetstein. And man, growing up, that 4 car used to be one of my favorite paint jobs. Just something classic about it.
Yep.
We're already starting seeing a couple cars using this dynamic track, trying to get themselves around to run a little bit higher, a little bit lower.
Man, there's some pretty tight racing up here in the front. Everybody's just like so close, man. One mistake, you'd be bad.
We take a look from the wide camera view here. A little further back, we see a battle back here between the 26 of, that's the 24 of Chris Heiner, Jesse Necula, and the 26 of Sturgeon. And something I've seen a little bit already is the 29 of Jesse Necula is running a little bit higher lane than anybody else out there. And hasn't really lost any time. He's been hanging out pretty tough on that high lane.
Might be able to save tires a little better out there too. Less turning on the wheel.
That's for sure. Josh Oswald in that 17 truck looking underneath Charlie Elmore here. Like you said, these the entire field pretty much under a blanket. Let's ride along with Oswald here. We can take a look. See what he's seeing here. See, just not really anywhere to go. A little bit of a lift there as they come through the corner. And right back to the gases. Really can't move up the track. He's got that car out there. And they're side by side, a couple rows deep in front of him. And yeah, I'm really impressed with Jesse Necula right now. Working that high lane the way he has.
Heck yeah, man. He's found something there. It's working for him.
It's almost like he's able to stay up there a little bit higher and kind of turn in a little bit later and let the truck kind of roll down the hill a little bit to keep its speed up. Yeah, he's going to get by Redderer here. He's going to be clear. He's going to drop down to the bottom. Now I think he's going to try to work the bottom as Redderer looks back to the inside.
I don't know, man. If it's working for me, I don't know if I want to abandon it or not.
Yeah, because he's now on the outside of Garrett Kinder. I think you're right. He just doesn't have to turn the wheel quite as much. We'll ride along with him here for a second. See if he stays in the gas a little bit longer. We heard Josh Oswald earlier. Yeah, you hear him just had a light blip into the corner, and then he's able to stand right back on it. So that outside is definitely working for him. A little further back, Brett Redderer having a side-by-side battle right now. Oh, well, he's got around Matt Geis. Now he's going to set his eyes on Christian Dedman. See the field go blaring by us right there. This is a long race. It's 133 laps. These guys are going to have to pit at least 2 or 3 times. I imagine your pit window is probably somewhere around 45 to 55, if I remember correctly. Does that sound about right?
If I had to guess, I'd say you're pretty close.
Battle between Matt Geis and Christian Dedman here. Geis got the preferred line on the bottom, but we've seen that high line really work for Jesse Necula, but it doesn't look like it's working for Dedman right now. As Dedman was following Necula before, and now he's kind of falling backwards. He's lost 2 positions from the start of the race, and yeah, Dedman's going to try to get himself back down to the bottom. And now that Jesse Necula has cleared the 97 of Brett Redderer, he's moved down to the bottom of the track. Well, but here comes Redderer back to the bottom of the track, leaving Jesse up there on the high side. And you're right, I think it is. You can just roll that high side much better. You don't have to get out of the gas as long. You don't have to put as much wheel in it.
You just carry so much more momentum, too. setting yourself up for the straight.
Mickey Keller says go team 33 and 17 and 76. There's a great battle here. It looks like Sam's got a little bit of, I'm sorry, Zach. Zach's got a little bit of pressure here from Garrett Kinder. We'll take a look off the back bumper of Zach here. So Zach having a much needed well run here as he's fallen kind of far back in the points as we saw earlier, falling back to 6th in points. So he's going to need to have a good run here to carry himself into the next round of the playoffs. Looks like a little battle here between the two DuPont cars. Logan Sturgeon and Chris Heiner. A couple of Jeff Gordon throwbacks racing side by side. Oh, Heiner making a aggressive move there.
That was crazy.
You see Sturgeon to the back bumper here, and I don't think Sturgeon liked that too much, the way he kind of came across the bumper there, but as they come into turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's still a little bit too early for moves like that, boys.
Scott Adcock says, get to the front, Aaron Adcock. Doing good, son. Where is Aaron right now? Aaron's running back in the 12th spot right now. Now that's a Coors Light car if I ever did see one before. Oh! Griffith up into the wall there. Makes hard contact with the right side on the wall there, and he's going to start falling back just a little bit, I think. It looks like he's got some serious damage to the right side there.
It looked like it was a pretty serious lick there.
And you see Jeff Paisley trying to get by, Charlie Elmore, Josh Lokovitz. Yeah, Aaron Adcock about to break into the top 10 here. Chasing down Chris Heiner. Up front, Jesse Nekula again. Him and Brett Retterer going at it side by side. This time Retterer's going to get around him. But the top 3 have broken away from just a little bit. You see Garrett Kinder. And then almost a second back to the 4th place position. Chris Heiner, though, underneath the 17 of Josh Oswald. Trying to get around the jet here. And that's going to move Heiner up into the 9th position. So a couple big winners already tonight. Logan Sturgeon moving up 8 spots since the start of the race. Currently chasing down Matt Geiss. Jeff Paisley up 5 spots. Lokovitz up 6 spots. Griff up 5 spots, even though he had that issue there. Oh, a couple cars off the track. No yellow. Just going to rewind here and see what happened to Mike Veith here. So he was battling with Jason Lotridge, and the two of them do a little monster truck jumping out there.
That's never good.
Yeah. Looks like Keith Durst has entered pit lane here. See at the bottom down there. And we got a battle for the lead as Zach Wetstein gets around Thomas Lee. Let's take a look at that pass again. He sets him up into turn number 1. Drives right on by him on that low side. So moves Zach Wetstein up to the point. Again, he needs to have a good finish here after a poor finish a couple weeks ago. He was involved in an accident and forgot to click his reset and took him out of the race early.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting in a pretty good spot right now. The top four playoff drivers, they advance. That's your top four on track right now, if it were to end that way. But guarantee there'll be a lot more said
Yep.
before the night's over.
Well, it's all about points here tonight, so you got to make sure you get score more points than the other guys ahead of you. As we see a battle now between Garrett Kinder and Thomas Lee. Ashley Smith says, "Let's go, Brett Redder." Brett's got quite a few fans out here tonight. As Brett's sitting back in the fourth spot right now. And again, these Reaper racing trucks. Oh, as we see a little connection issue there at Thomas Lee. But these Reaper racing trucks here, top four, having a great run here.
Yeah, I believe they were doing some practice here, man. Like, and it shows.
Oh, Josh Oswald back here in a little gaggle of cars. Jeff Paisley was able to get around, and Logan Vince around. Here comes Elmore trying to get around. I don't know what happened to Oswald. I don't know if he just burnt his stuff off, but he's starting to fall back. A little battle back here between Kyle Roberts. Oh, Roberts got real loose there. Trying to get around Sam here. Sam looking like he's got a little bit of damage in that right rear. Don't know if he has. Oh, right front too. Looks like he might have got up into the wall a little bit because he's got some heavy damage on that truck. Back up front, Garrett Kinder taking a look underneath Thomas Lee. I think Kinder's going to get him this time. Maybe not, as Lee's able to roll that top. So I'm really starting to feel like that top is the place to be, and as your tires wear down, that's going to be the preferred line. As you see Zach going to the top side already. Jason
Yeah,
Lutridge.
I'm like you, man. That top line is just, it's working, man.
Let's see if Zach takes the high line through 1 and 2 here as well. And he does. Look at him running that high line. You'd think he was running the 33, not the 4. Working up there. Jason Lutridge on the pit road. I think this is a scheduled pit stop for him. The ticker you see at the bottom, that is his time on pit road, and you see it a 15.2 second stop, so that would be your scheduled stop right there. Keith Durst still on pit road, so I think his night's going to be over. As he is multiple laps down now. As these guys are going around the 10 of Davy Jones. But right now, your leader, Zach Wetstein. Josh Lokovitz looking to the inside of Aaron Adcock here. Aaron's on that high side now. We've seen that high side be strong, so we'll have to see if Aaron's able to keep it out there. Also more cheering for Brett Redder, as Zach Smith says, "Go Brett Redder." It's nice to see all the fans out there tonight. As Brandon Wallace now working underneath Charlie Elmore in that Oreo machine. Man, it's too bad Atlee's not here. I'm sure he'd have some kind of sponsor read for Oreo.
World's favorite cookie.
Milk's favorite cookie.
That's it.
It looks like Aaron Adcock is now making that high side work, as he's got Logan Vince clear. Logan Vince taking a look back to the inside here. Also up front, Thomas Lee and Garrett Kinder going back at it here. As Kinder's going to get around Lee here, move himself into the second spot. Now he's starting to put a little bit of distance between himself and Thomas Lee, as he's cutting into the lead of Zach Wetstein here. Going back to this, though, this has been a great battle here between these four cars. You hear those trucks in full song come through turns 1 and 2 there down the backstretch. Brett Redder having a little challenge now from Jesse Nekula behind him. Looks like Jesse's been saving those tires and ran Brett back down, and now he's coming.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jesse Nekula's not up there in the lead by now, the way he was running that high line earlier.
You know, I think he might have burnt him off just a little bit, because he gets easily around Brett Redder there for the 4th spot. I think he just kind of burnt him off a little bit at the early part of the stage, and now he's rocking back out there as he's kind of rolled back a little bit, let those tires cool off. As you see him pulling away from Brett Redder here. Josh Lokovitz all over the back bumper of Aaron Adcock now. Bill Hunter says, "Go Jet." As Lokovitz is going to dive down to the bottom here, underneath the 23 of Adcock. Adcock, another one of those drivers who needs a good finish here tonight. We see the 84 of Jason Lottridge here. He's a lap down. He recently went in and pit. He's running the same lap times as these guys right now, so I think he might be either stuck behind these guys a little bit, or he's just trying to save his stuff for later on in the race. See Brett Redder.
Tough call.
Yeah, tough call there. Brett Redder now under a little pressure here from the coach. And that awesome tribute to Dale Sr. And I love seeing all these throwbacks out here. I know I've said it a couple times, but man, it's just... Sometimes when you get a truck that's painted like that...
Yeah, I'm like you, man. I love this throwback stuff.
I'm such a NASCAR nerd, I can tell you that that truck right there is based off the 1997 season. Because 1997 was the year they had the Burger King. That's the first year that they changed the logo of Burger King. Put it on the back there next to the We Care. 1999, he had the mom and pop paint job back there. Or sponsorship back there, so. A little NASCAR trivia for you.
For show.
Even though I didn't know that the 17 was Rich Bickle.
That was digging deep right there.
Yeah, you know, I knew the truck. I just couldn't put my finger on it. So, Charlie Elmore now to the inside of Lokovitz. As we just passed lap 42, coming to lap 43, and I imagine pretty soon we're going to see some green flag pit stops out of these guys in a moment.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too long now. I wouldn't guess.
I mean, if it's not for fuel, then it's definitely for tires. Lokovitz just loses a bunch of time, just gets up there, just kiss the wall, and that's going to be enough to let Charlie Elmore by. How about that? Charlie Elmore and that Home Depot paint job going around that 33 Harry Gant paint job.
Gotta love it.
You know, I like when people take the extra effort, and I just have to point this out. If you look at that 33 of Matt Geiss, he's got Oldsmobile on the front of that truck. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's taking that paint job to a whole new level. I like it.
Absolutely.
I like it a lot. Griffith's trying to fight back on Charlie Elmore here. Even after kissing the wall. Elmore getting a little loose there. It's really easy to get loose through that quad oval right there. It's real flat, especially when you got a truck on your outside. Sherry Lund says these guys are putting on such a clean race. They are. It's been a very clean race. Don't jinx it.
Right.
As we see Brett Retterer and Mike Veith, the first two trucks to hit pit road. We see Mike's got heavy damage to that right side, so I'm sure he's going to be getting that fixed. But Retterer's got a little damage to the right side as well. I think he's been up in the wall. So these trucks have been up in the wall a little bit, made a little bit of contact. Looks like they're going to... it doesn't look like he's going to take his reset. Sam Wetstein on pit road as well. Mike also not taking his reset, so...
I'm not sure if they get a reset in this league.
I think they have one.
Think so? Yep, they do. My bad.
And I believe they have 4 sets of tires?
Tire set and the limit is 5.
5. So they get 4 sets of tires in the pits. Oh, we got one around. Brett Retterer. Oh, makes contact with Mike Veith. Yellow flag is out.
See what y'all done did? Y'all jinxed them.
That's going to bring up our Wreckage Rewind here. I'll see exactly what happened here is I saw... Oh, actually, this is a little bit the process here. So let me dial this back. Give me just a moment while I get the right drivers involved. And it wasn't Brett Retterer that originally went around. It's like Mike Veith having a little issue down on the apron. Loses it all by himself. Comes up and catches Brett Retterer. Oh, misses Brett Retterer, but Brett hit that transition off onto the track just a little harder than he wanted to, and that's going to send him around. Misses the inside wall. Great job there, but unfortunately comes right back up in front of Mike, and that's going to bring out your yellow flag right there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's going to allow these guys to all come in and pit, though. Which, if you're the leaders, you'd rather pit under yellow than pit under green for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's going to put Brett Retterer in a spot, and him being one of our playoff drivers, man. He's going to have some things go his way to correct his night.
You know, it didn't look like that hard a contact, so he might be able just to come in and get it fixed as opposed to using a reset. As we'll watch the race off of pit road here. All the cars. Reaper Racing 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have the first 4 pit stalls. We'll have to see who gets off of pit road first. That's going to be Kinder, Thomas Lee, Jesse Nekula, Coach Denman. Wow, Zach Wetstein coming off 5th. He had a bad pit stop. Logan Sturgeon, Chris Heiner, Charlie Elmore, Josh Lukvitz, Brandon Wallace, William Griffith, Alex Veith, and Kyle Roberts. So a tough pit stop there. And what we'll do is when these guys come around, we'll take a look at your pit stops here, pit times, just to see what happened there. Oh, there they are right there. Yeah, Wetstein with an 18-second stop. His pit crew not helping him.
That or he had a couple minutes or a couple extra seconds of optional, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think he might. I didn't see him get up into the wall or anything. The truck looks really clean, so I'm not sure what happened there. Can't really make adjustments, so there was no adjustments to be made. So we take a look at that truck coming by. Yeah, I don't see any damage on it. You know what? I want to take a look here. I'm going to rewind it back. I want to take a look at Zach's pit stop while we have a second, just to see if we can see if he took off immediately once the jack dropped, or if he
He had to back up.
so that's what happened there. So that's what happened to Zach here, as you see him coming to the pits here. Overdrives his pit stall just a little bit, has to back up. Misses reverse. Couldn't get into reverse, and yeah, that's... So it wasn't his crew letting him down, it was himself.
He was probably sitting there thinking, man, why ain't the tires up in the air yet? He was like, oh man, where's reverse?
So a couple cars in front of Garrett Kinder. Looks like, let's see here. I see the 7 of Paisley. See the 98 of Sam Wetstein. Brett Rederer, Jason Lottridge, and the 10 of Davy Jones here, all in front of Garrett Kinder. So then when we go 1 to go, those guys are going to take the wave around and get their laps back. Philip Manzo says, let's go 99 to 17. Both drivers having a pretty decent race so far, as lights are off on the pace car, and we see those drivers going around the pace truck car, as Joe would say. Joe, unfortunately, not with us tonight, feeling a little under the weather.
Get better soon, brother.
It's all right. We get the smooth voice of Eddie Morse tonight.
That's right. They had no complaints yet, so we're good.
So as we come off of turn number 3, or through turns 3 and 4 here, that pace truck's going to take a hard left-hand turn. And we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and get re-racing here. And I think a couple of these drivers might have saw what Jesse Nekula was doing earlier. Jesse down on the bottom here. So we'll have to see if he migrates to the top immediately or if he stays down on the bottom. As the pace truck takes that hard left-hand turn. Garrett Kinder leads him back to the restart zone. Green flag in the air. We're back racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thomas Lee with a great run on that high side, getting a great jump, and Zach Wetstein making all the moves right now, already trying to get himself back to the front after having that mishap on pit lane. Great battle between Jesse Nekula, Chris Dedman. Zach doesn't know which line he wants to go in right now. He's looking high, looking low. He's just trying to do everything he can to get around these two.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, man, you got to follow whichever line's moving. it's crazy. Coach looked like he had to chase it up the hill a little bit, and Zach got by him there.
Zach driving it so much deeper. You can see how much deeper he drove it in than Thomas Lee there to get inside of Jesse Nekula. And we've seen Jesse Nekula not want to give up that high side. Able to make it work. It looks like he's making it work yet again here.
Coach is under fire from Logan the Fish Sturgeon. Looks like Chris Heiner is going to try to go with him too.
And a couple Jeff Gordon rides back there, working underneath this black number 3.
A lot of history between those schemes.
we get a little break in the action, I'll tell you one of my favorite stories with those two. As you're right, it looks like he's trying to get around that 3, and it looks like Chris Heiner is trying to come right along too. A little further back, Brandon Wallace and Griff having a little battle back here. Moved Griff up into the 9th spot. And Jesse Nekula now under a little pressure from Zach Wetstein. Zach running all the way underneath that blue line, trying to get that truck to turn a little better. And now Zach's got some pressure from behind from Logan Sturgeon. Josh Chisholm on Facebook says, I see a lot of Brett Rederer fans here. There's quite a few Brett Rederer fans here tonight. Philip Manzo says, we're doing an awesome job in the booth. Thank you, Philip. We appreciate that. As Zach gets passed by both Chris Heiner and Logan Sturgeon. So Zach's starting to fall back a little bit. Josh Lokenvitz on the high side of Charlie Elmore here, trying to make that move work. A little further up, the Logan Sturgeon already starting to catch Jesse Nekula. Him and Chris Heiner pushing their way through the field. I wonder if Zach may have beat his tires up real quick those first couple laps, trying to get his back up to the front after making that mistake. Then now he's kind of like, you know what, I got to save these tires because we had such a long run last time.
That's very possible.
We saw Chris Heiner get a little loose there, almost catch the wall with the backside. Sherry Lund says, you got this 12. Move up, be smart. That's referring to Griff, who's up into the 9th spot now. And the coach, Deadman, is starting to fall back as Lokovitz and Griff are looking to go around him on that high side. And I don't think it's a fuel-saving thing because there's no way that these guys can make it to the end saving fuel.
I don't know, man. Those other guys, they went about 43 to 45 laps, I'd say, on that tank.
Yeah, they'd have to go about 70 laps to make it to the end.
Yeah. I mean, probably one more stop.
Yeah. Maddie, do you cut it in half or do you run it dry?
If I'm out there, I'm running that thing dry. You got one in the wall back there.
Yep. Not sure who that was, but
Looked like Brandon Wallace.
no, was it Lokovitz? Yeah, it looked like it might have been Lokovitz because, yeah, Lokovitz got some heavy damage to the right side of that thing. And he's falling back from running with the coach to 18th, so, man, he made some hard contact. Let's see if we can see what happened to Lokovitz here. Well, he's already got the damage there. This is where he caught the wall again. This is a replay here. Josh Lokovitz running that high lane. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened here. If he got a little help from Griffith or if he just caught the wall himself. So, up there it is. Yep. Lokovitz just catches the wall and falls to the back.
Yeah, sometimes, man, you don't anticipate that wall coming to you as fast as it is, and you're trying to stay off everybody else. And, man, once that wall catches you sometimes, man, it just will not let go.
Speaking of excitement, look at this. Logan Sturgeon, Chris Heiner, 2nd and 3rd now, getting around Jesse Nekula. And Sturgeon putting the pressure on Kinder here. He's to the inside of Kinder right now. Trying to take that air off the spoiler by tucking up right against that left side fender. Kinder and Sturgeon side by side. Give the lead, give that lap to Kinder, but not by much. You see Chris Heiner just sitting back there, biding his time, figuring out which lane's going to go so he can go with that one. Not really running the high line, not really running the low line. He's kind of in the middle of those two.
Yeah, he's also a playoff driver, so I'd practice the patience myself. I'm in third. I'm good. I'll let y'all do what y'all need to do.
We ride along here with Chris Heiner. You see Sturgeon not able to get by Kinder. He's going to fall back in line here. As we complete lap 66 of 133. And Zach Wetstein still hanging back in that 6th spot right now. Battle here from Josh Oswald underneath the 12 of Griff, and the 20 of Charlie Elmore. Got Matt Geis right behind him, trying to push him along through here.
We're just over halfway.
Keith Durst says, get it 26. Keith having a rough night tonight. Unfortunately done for the night, as here comes Logan Sturgeon to the inside again of Garrett Kinder, but not quite enough to make it there. And Heiner's just sitting back there ready to pounce, follow whatever line goes forward. And Jesse Necula's been running that low line. I'm surprised he hasn't moved back up to the high side. It was making that work so much earlier. As here comes Sturgeon underneath Kinder. Off of turn number 4. Sometimes
and that momentum on the high side's just, it's killer.
You know, I'm surprised the momentum on the high side through the quad oval's working. Because typically being on the high side in the quad oval is real loosey-goosey. It gets real sketchy up there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Man, this has been a great battle here. And what's even more impressive, as these guys are running side by side, they're actually pulling away from Chris Heiner a little bit. A little further back, Thomas Lee trying to get around Jesse Necula here. Was just looking to the high side a moment ago, and he's back looking at the high side. He's gets a little bit of a run here, and he's going to pull right up alongside him here. He's got Zach following him through. Looks like Zach's trying to give him a little bit of a bump here. Not that bump drafting is the smartest thing to do at a track like this, but, you know, when you're wide open for as long as these guys are, you can definitely help that truck out in front. And he's going to get around Jesse Necula here, and I think Zach's going to follow him around on the high side. Zach's going to clear Necula as well. So I think running that bottom side has actually hurt Jesse just a little bit, burned off his tires.
Yeah, you can also see Logan. He's kind of fell back just a tad. Maybe he's letting his tires cool up too, but he was on the inside quite a bit.
Couple playoff drivers back here. Jeff Paisley and William Griffith going at it. Paisley runs Griffith up the track, and it's going to allow Josh the Jet Oswald to come right in here as well, along with Kyle Roberts. Kyle Roberts having a great run in that Steve Park machine, sitting back in the 13th position. Up 11 spots from where he started. Always grew up being a little bit of a Steve Park fan due to him racing at my local short track.
I like Steve Park, man. He's a pretty cool guy.
Man whose career was cut short by injuries, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Used to be a little racetrack at the amusement park near me called Riverside Park Speedway. It was a little 3/8 mile, great racing with a figure eight. A lot of names coming up through there that, we see Thomas Lee having a little connection issues again. But yeah, some big names have raced at that track. The Bodines, the Steve Park, Mike Stefanik, Ted Christopher, a couple modified drivers up here in the Northeast made their mark there. And we can't forget the late, great Richie Evans used to run up there at Riverside Speedway as well. So, fortunately, that track's been demolished and they put a big roller coaster there instead.
Man, oh man.
Zach Wetstein all over the back bumper of Thomas Lee here. And he's trying to do everything he can to get around as Thomas is trying to get around the 24 of Chris Heiner. Zach Wilson says, let's go big fish. Zach, buddy, good to see you. Hopefully see you on track one of these days again. Oh, we got one down. That was the 10 of Davy Jones. Looks like he was going to pit road and almost missed it, but he's on now. Locked up the tires, though.
That was definitely a Matt Knight's pucker moment there for him trying to get on pit road.
Yep, right in front of the leaders as we see Chris Heiner was just under attack from Thomas Lee. Kevin Kinder says, awesome racing. It has been awesome racing right from the beginning. One yellow flag so far for an incident. A couple drivers coming off the pit lane. One of our playoff drivers, Brett Redderer, who is now sitting back in the 19th place.
Yeah, he's about a half a lap down, man. He needs a caution to help bring him back up with the rest of the guys.
Yeah, we look at Redderer's truck there, and you see the damage to it. Looks like he did not use a reset. Decided just to try to get that thing fixed up a little bit, and unfortunately, you see that's slowed him down quite a bit.
Yeah, he also got the wave around on that last caution, too, so I'd say he probably didn't have a chance to go in and try to get any of that fixed.
Zach Wetstein, the third, getting around both Thomas Lee and Chris Heiner. It's a great pass. Unfortunately, we missed. Let me take a look here, see exactly what Zach did here as we see Sam Wetstein is coming out of the pits. Looks like Zach just got that good run on the high side and then does a crossover to get down underneath Heiner, take away that third spot. Now Zach's setting his sights on Logan Sturgeon as he goes around his father, who's just leaving pit road. Now Chris Heiner, Thomas Lee, and Jesse Necula in a bit of a battle here. These trucks are just all nose to tail. And Eddie, when you're Chris Heiner and you're right on that back bumper, as you see Heiner now getting passed by Necula, when you're right on that back bumper of that truck in front of you, how tempting is it just to give a little tap in the back and try to get around them?
Oh man, it's super tempting. I mean, but like at this stage of the race, I'm the type of guy, I'm just gonna let off of him. Now, if there's within 10 laps to go and I think I'm faster, and you're holding me up, I'm definitely letting you know.
We take a look from the back bumper of Logan Sturgeon here, and you see that yellow Kodak machine starting to creep a little bit closer and closer. Take a look at the last laps between Zach and Logan, and Zach's been a little bit faster every lap. That time by as well, so you can see him catching them. Oh, is Sturgeon dropped out for just a second, but he's back.
I was gonna say he's magical. Now you see him? Now you don't. You've been hanging around Blake Hensley.
Yeah, here comes Zach though, right to the back bumper. Zach's gonna take a look to the inside here. He's gonna take that position away. Oh, looks like Sturgeon's gonna fire back though, on the high side. While those guys are battling, it's allowing Kinder to stretch his legs a little bit. There's Joe Wright. Good job, gentlemen. Thanks for standing in, Eddie.
Got it, brother.
And looks like Zach has fouled off just a little bit there. A little further back, Christian Jedman trying to get around Chris Heiner, and he's going to do it. So Chris starting to fall back quite a bit after running up front there. I think he might have burnt his tires off a little bit racing up front there. Aaron Adcock underneath Black Ice here, trying to move himself into the top 10. He's going to take that position away. Logan Sturgeon now under fire again from Zach. And I'm surprised that Zach's trying to make that move on the low side when he's been so strong on the high side.
I'd say because Logan's probably attached to that high side. He just can't get there.
Chuck Feltz saying, let's go, Aaron Adcock.
He's got him cleared now.
And there we go. Oh, he's got him coming back now on the high side. He was clear for just a second, and looks like Logan's going to have to give it up this time as Josh Lokovitz hits pit road. I think we're going to start seeing another round of green flag pit stops here. And up front, Garrett Kinder, as I mentioned, stretching his legs, have over a second lead over second place Zach Wetstein, but looks like Zach's starting to put a little bit of pressure on him now. He's starting to close that gap slowly, but starting to close that gap. We'll take a look at the delta here, and you can see it was over a second, and that number's dropping real quick, ain't it, Eddie?
Oh, yeah. It was at 1.06 last time by. Now it's at 0.871. So it's just under a second. He is on his way.
Brett Redder entered pit lane. I think these guys are getting ready to start pitting as Zach has actually slowed down just a little bit there. The gap is back over a second. It was just under 0.8 a moment ago, and now it's back up over a second, so. Well, Zach's got his father that just went around him too on fresh tires, so that could have slowed him down a little bit, having that faster car get around him. Chuck Feltz saying, also, as always, you guys do an amazing broadcast. Thanks for supporting our original Rebels Racing League. Absolutely, Chuck.
Appreciate you, Chuck.
Just to enjoy announcing these leagues. I love racing with you guys on Friday nights. So,
Man, racing with these guys are a blast. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Like there's this group of guys, man. They're phenomenal, all the way around.
See Jesse Necula putting a little pressure on Thomas Lee. He's chased Thomas back down, trying to get that 4th spot away. Jesse, not a playoff driver, but could play a little spoiler here for some of these guys, taking away some points. A little further back, a little bit of a battle back here. This is further back in the back, but this is 12th, 13th, and 14th. Josh Oswald, Kyle Roberts, and William Griffith. And William, as we know, Griff is a playoff driver. He is currently sitting second in points before the race started, but not having a great night tonight. That could hurt his chances here to make that Final 4. Jeff Paisley now and Aaron Adcock going at it. I think Aaron's got a little bit of a run. Yeah, he's going to take a look to the inside here. And Adcock's going to try to move himself up into the top 10. Again, another one trying to just play spoiler, take some of those points away from those playoff drivers. How about a shout out to Charlie Elmore here? Sitting in the 8th spot. Charlie having a great run tonight, putting it all together.
Heck yeah, he is.
So, that gap between Zach Wetstein and Garrett Kinder is now well over a second. You see Josh Lokenvitz on fresh tires. You can see the difference that fresh tires are going to make as Lokenvitz goes around Zach Wetstein like he's going backwards. And Zach's going to pit road here. Oh, he locks him up. That gets it down to pit road speed. And also Thomas Lee right behind him coming on the pit road. Well, let's see how long Kinder stays out. You can see those fresh tires and the speed. Wonder if Kinder sees that is going to make his move into pit road here as well.
Yeah, I think, man, as much time as you can lose on some old tires here, when the majority goes, you got to go. Here he goes.
Was he able to get down to pit road speed? That's the question.
I think so.
Logan Sturgeon coming in right behind him. See if Charlie Elmore comes in. Oh, Charlie's going to stay out and lead a lap here. Aaron Adcock on the pit road. Gets down to this 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. So Charlie Elmore leading some laps there. Looks like he's going a little bit lower here because he's going to pit this time by. That's usually the signal that you're coming to pit. There he comes. Time in line is right there. So he makes it on the pit road. No problem. That's going to give the lead to Matt Geiss. Matt leading some laps tonight here at Charlotte. Tyler, I appreciate the kind words. Yes, we do have some very fun conversations during Friday night races. So Matt Geiss and Brandon Wallace, the only two trucks on track yet to pit. And I think Matt's just kind of staying out here. Maybe he can catch himself a yellow, get the track position.
I mean, why not gamble, man? You know, if you have the gas in the tank to run a few more laps, maybe increase your position by a random caution. Who knows?
Brandon Wallace. See, it's not just iOS I get the names wrong, Eddie. Brandon Wallace.
Matt Geiss is coming in.
Yep, Matt and Brandon are both coming in this lap, so. He's able to get that truck down the speed limit, and that's going to give the lead back to Garrett Kinder. But Zach is, due to the pit stops there, getting on and off pit road as well as they have, Zach's made up all that time. He's right on the back bumper here. He's 0.2 back. As we have just over 30 laps to go.
You know, I'd almost bet that as much as he closed in was due to the fact that Garrett stayed out an extra lap or two.
You know, that's a possibility. Can also due to the fact, see if I can find it. No, they had pretty much identical pit times. Let's see if I can see pit lane time. Yeah, I mean, they had identical pit lane times. They had identical pit stop times for the most part. I think you're right. Just that extra lap out there made all the difference for Zach. That really shows the difference that tires can make for these guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You get them freshies on and you just like king of the world. They start wearing off. You don't feel so great.
Coach Deadman and Logan Sturgeon having a little bit of a race back here. Deadman starting to close the gap on Sturgeon here. That's for 5th and 6th here on track. Sturgeon also needing a good run here to keep his playoff hopes alive. Deadman, who is out of the playoffs right now, just trying to play spoiler. My neck's going to be hurting right now, looking between my left screen at time and scoring and my right screen at the playoff drivers to figure out who who's in what place here.
I was going to say your top three, man. Garrett Kinder, Zach Wetstein, Thomas Lee, they're all in the playoffs. And then you got Logan Sturgeon. He's back there in 5th. He's another playoff driver.
Jeff Paisley having a good rebound to get back in the top 10. He's another one of our playoff drivers, and he's having a great rebound as he was right outside the top 10 for quite a while.
Yeah, he started the race in 17th, so he's gained 10 positions so far.
Chris Heiner, another one of our playoff drivers, sitting back in 8th place. All right, yeah, Heiner is currently in 8th place in points. And Britt Retterer.
Got Zach Wetstein trying to make a pass for the lead here.
Side by side through the quad oval. I think that high side right now on the fresh tires is really going to be where you want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Zach with a reverse crossover move to get himself up to the high side. And these guys are catching some lap traffic pretty quickly here.
It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out with the lap traffic and everything.
You see the lap traffic staying high, and Zach almost running into the back of the 84, Jason Hotridge there. Of course, Sam giving Zach plenty of room. These guys are coming up on the 10. Davy Jones stays high and out of the way. And they're running up on Alex Veith and Kyle Roberts, excuse me. Kyle Roberts. Kyle and Alex having a great battle up here for position right in front of the leaders. It's not what the leaders want to see because they want the lap traffic to get out of the way, but these lappers, they have every right to race for position here. That's really going to slow up Kinder. Oh, Kinder making the split move here, getting down around them both, and we'll have to see how that affects Zach here. Zach lost a ton of time.
Heck yeah, he did. It's almost a half a second now between those two.
Yep. And then Alex and Kyle go right back to battling. Looks like Alex is going to get around Kyle here. A little further back, Coach and Sturgeon still running nose to tail. It's the closest battle on track right now. There's a little gaggle of cars a little further back. Mickey Isaac, Josh Lokovitz, Josh Oswald, Brandon Wallace. I know Lokovitz is a lap down, but Lokovitz is battling for position with these guys here. And I've been slowly watching this this battle right here, because pretty much every lap Deadman's been catching as Sam Wetstein now on pit road. So, doesn't seem like much, but it's, well, that time Sturgeon was just a little bit faster. Chris Heiner up into the 8th spot, trying to get around Jeff Paisley. Couple playoff drivers right here. So great battles all over the track between some of our playoff drivers. I go back to this battle because this is actually Chris Heiner now going around Jeff Paisley.
We've only got 20 more to go here, boys.
Oh, almost a little contact between Paisley and Heiner. Looks like Paisley got a little loose. Oh, there is contact. Oh. They're both around. Paisley able to keep going. Both of them keep going. No caution. Well, Paisley's going to lose a position to Aaron Adcock here. No caution. Wonder how much damage Heiner has. You see the right side of that truck all tore up right now as he made some heavy contact.
He was able to keep it out of the wall, though.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
Kinder, the gap between Kinder and Wetstein now. Wetstein's starting to close that gap just a little bit. You're seeing that number fall back. And now increase as Zach dealing with lap traffic behind him as well. Man, that lap traffic is just absolutely killing Zach. Seems like Kinder's catching him in all the right places, and Zach's catching him in all the wrong places. As that gap
that about sums that up for sure.
Yep. You see Zach here catching Brett Redder, having to go around the outside there.
Yeah, last time by it was just a tad bit over a half a second, and this time by it was 1.017.
Yeah, we can see it live on the screen right now.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Oh, as we see Josh Oswald getting a little loosey-goosey there in front of the leaders. He's battling with Brandon Wallace. This is for a position. This is 14th and 15th. But Garrett Kinder is quickly closing on them. As we got just 15 to go, Brett Redderer hits pit lane. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be the end of his playoff run. As he was sitting 5th in points coming in, just outside that top 4. And running in 19th position right now. I think that's pretty much going to end his playoff run here.
Yeah, it looks that way, unfortunately.
See Garrett Kinder now catching the back of Josh Oswald. Josh being very polite, staying to the bottom side of the track. Charlie Elmore having a little bit of battle here with Chris Heiner. Heiner, another driver, trying to have a good night tonight. Sitting back 8th in points coming in. Trying to get every point he can get. And Charlie Elmore trying to spoil a little bit, taking a point away from him.
Yeah, Garrett Kinder, man, he is stretching that lead out. It is now over 2 seconds.
Wonder if they dip those tires in tire compound before putting them on that truck.
Might have to ask him.
Because his lead now 2 seconds over Zach here. And growing. And don't know if it's just Zach catching traffic in the wrong spots. Zach just trying to save his stuff to the end, or if he just burnt it up early in the run, trying to drive his way back up to the front after making that mistake on pit lane.
Yeah, I would just about bet, man, if he burned it up, it was trying to get through that lap traffic. Because, like you said, he was catching them on all the wrong spaces, you know.
Logan Sturgeon trying to get around Jesse Nekula here. This is for the 4th position. Sturgeon trying to get all those points he can, especially with the guys in front of him having some issues. Rederer and Jeff Paisley. Jeff running back in the 11th position right now. You saw the issues that he had with Heiner.
So we got 10 to go.
10 to go. Matt Geis getting a run on Jeff Paisley. So Paisley, a lot more damage than we first thought, as he's been falling back like a rock. And unfortunately, I think this might be the end of his playoff run as well. We see Kinder lapping Jeff Paisley. Kinder setting his sights on Matt Geis here. If he passes Geis here, that means he's going to be, there would only be 10 cars left on the lead lap. There we go. It's official. We have 10 trucks on the lead lap as Kinder crosses the line for 8 to go. I think that's going to be the last car that Kinder laps, because he's got over 6 seconds to get to William Griffith. Zach's fallen back to over 3 seconds between him and Kinder, so I think he's just trying to nurse it home right now. Jesse Nekula, though. Sturgeon has officially gotten around Nekula to get that extra point there coming to the end. We'll have to see where the points shake out. Mickey Isaac trying to get around Matt Geis for that 11th spot. So as it's coming to an end here, everybody's trying to get every position they can. What a great run for Kinder. Just putting it all together here.
Yeah, he had a hot rod all night, man.
Can't believe I'm going to say this. We have 9 cars on the lead lap here at Charlotte. As Kinder's going around Griff here. That is Griff sitting in 10th place right now. Has now just gone a lap down. Just 5 laps ago. I don't think he's going to get Charlie Elmore. I did say that a few minutes ago about Griff, though. So, but he's just stretching his legs right now as he comes across the line with 4 laps to go. Here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here with the Thin Blue Line USA Original Rebels Racing League. A little further back, Jesse Necula was gaining on Sturgeon just a little bit, but looks like he's falling back just a little bit. Mickey Isaac trying to get around Matt Geis here. 3 laps to go. Great battle on track, even with a few laps to go here. And Jesse Necula getting caught up by the coach here. The coach trying to take a position away. A couple good wrench cars battling for position here. Popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 laps to go. So it looks like Necula's going to use Kyle Roberts as a bit of a pick here to keep the coach behind him, but it's been all Garrett Kinder as he comes through the quad oval for one last time. White flag in the air. And man, all he's got to do is just cruise on home.
Heck yeah. Smooth sailing from here. Keep it clean. Bring her home.
He can pretty much shut it off and coast and make it home with a 4-second lead right now. As he comes through turns 3 and 4 for the last time. Checkered flag is in the air. Your winner tonight, making it back-to-back wins. Garrett Kinder here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What a race, man. What a race. Zach
Started P2, finished P1.
Yep. Zach Wetstein coming home 3rd. Thomas Lee coming home 4th. So we have a Reaper Racing 1, 2, 3. How about that?
That says something, man. I would be willing to bet that they did some kind of practicing here. It's a good run for Logan Sturgeon, bringing it home P4. Another one of our playoff drivers.
Yes, it is. And Sturgeon's also a Reaper Racing car, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No, I think I'm wrong. Reaper is Coach. Coach is the other one that's... where'd Coach finish?
I don't know, but Garrett's making a heck of a burnout coming down pit road. I like it.
And the celebratory, there it is. Lands on the wheels, too. The celebratory demolition derby at the end of every Rebels race.
Gotta love it. The carnage.
Let's get the results on the screen for you. As I mentioned, Garrett Kinder, your winner tonight. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, somebody just got demolished.
I hope the fans are okay. Garrett Kinder, your winner tonight. Zach Wetstein, excuse me. I haven't done that in a while. Coming home 2nd. Thomas Lee, Logan Sturgeon, and the other Reaper Racing driver, Christian Dedman, coming home P5. Jesse Necula, Aaron Adcock, coming home 7th. Chris Heiner, Charlie Elmore, and William Griffith, rounding out your top 10. As we get ready to bring in our top 3 finishers, we'll take a look at the rest of the standings here for you. Let's see if anybody's ready for us in the booth. Looks like we do. Let's bring in our third place finisher, Thomas Lee. Thomas, you got Josh and Eddie in the booth. You got us?
Hey, guys.
Man, great run for Reaper Racing tonight, having a 1-2-3 finish there, all on the podium, and all four of your cars in the top five. Did you guys do some practice or testing or something? Because you guys were just fast tonight.
I think the rest of them did. I didn't turn any laps until today. I got in 4 different test sessions, and they were all 4 different. So I said the heck with it and waited till the room come up tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a feel for a car if the settings and stuff aren't correct for the race. So don't blame me there, man. But man, heck of a race. Heck of a race. Congratulations on your third.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
And as far as playoffs go, it looks like you should be pretty much locked into that top 4 for next week. So, Michigan, is that a track you're looking forward to running, or that's track you struggle at a little bit?
Well, I mean, last time we was there, I had a real good chance of winning it and drove myself into the wall with like 2 to go coming out of 2. So hopefully I don't do that again. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty much coming down to, I think we got 3 of the Reaper guys in the out of 4 for the championship 4. So I mean, as long as one of us wins, I'm good with that. I don't have to win, but as long as one of my teammates win it, we're golden.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on third place finish. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Of course, you, Josh, Eddie, up here in the booth doing the broadcast. Matt, all the admins over here in the league. Big congratulations to Zach and Kinder on their win in second place, and just a big 1-2-3 for Reaper Racing.
Awesome. Well, thanks again. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next week in the final 4.
Thank you, sir.
Now we'll bring in our second place finisher, Zach Wetstein. Zach, you got Josh and Eddie in the booth. You got us? Zach, you got Josh and Eddie in the booth. You got us? Oh, there you are. Hey, man, great job coming home in second place tonight. Saw you fall back a little bit there on that last run. Did you burn up your tires, or did you have anything for Kinder if you had a yellow flag or something?
I hit the wall on entry. I usually enter close to the wall on entry, and I just overstepped the boundary. And once I hit the wall, it was a downhill slide from there.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like I kind of figured maybe the lap traffic had something to do with it and it's kind of slowing you down a little bit. But man, that's always tough whenever you overdrive it and hit the wall and nothing much you can do after that, man. But you still was able to bring it home second, so it's a pretty good race. Congratulations with that.
Yeah, thanks. Pretty sure I made it to the final 4 at that finish. I was hoping to win just to lock myself in, but I mean, I'll take it.
Absolutely. And it seemed like coming down to the end there, you and Kinder were catching lap traffic. He was catching all the right places. You seem to be catching in all the wrong places.
Yeah, I mean, if you caught it on broadcast, I got to his inside and was trying to make a pass, and I felt like I could have made a couple more tries at it, but that's when we caught lap traffic. And once we hit lap traffic, I could never get back to him, but he was just really fast tonight, so I got to give it to him.
Awesome. Well, I do believe that you did move on to the final 4. I haven't seen the points just yet. We'll have to watch for those, but hopefully Michigan, a good track for you. Looking forward to that?
I mean, that's where me and Garrett finished 1-2 last time we were there, but these setups have changed in these trucks everywhere, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do there, but I expect to at least be competitive and racing for a championship next week.
Awesome.
If it shows I made it. So
awesome. Well, last thing, any shout outs you want to give? Any thanks?
Blue Line, Matt Geis running the show, my Reaper Racing teammates. Shout out to Jonah Colbert, who he doesn't know it, but he made a paint on trading paints that I found for my truck, and that's what I used tonight. So shout out to him, and shout out to you guys for putting on a show every single week.
Yeah, that was a sweet looking truck tonight. It's one of my favorite paint jobs growing up. So awesome to see that on track, and congratulations on the second, and hopefully you're there next week.
So thank you.
And last but not least, we have our winner, Garrett Kinder. Garrett, you got Josh and Eddie in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, congratulations on the win, going back to back I mean, solidly get you into the playoffs or the Final Four for next week. Seemed like you had that thing on rails that last run. Did you have some tire compound on that or something? Because you were flying.
Secret I just can't tell you, man.
Some grip X, man. It's that one nudie always talks about, that up, down, left, right, A, B, start.
Yeah, I've been talking with Nudie. I think I got it from him actually. No, tire saving is something that just saved my life tonight. I was able to on that last pit cycle, was able to get back out in front of Zach and hold him behind me. He got there and battled with me a little bit, and I was able to just hold him back. Shout out to him, man. Good run for him tonight. Good run for Thomas. Top 3 for Reaper, so I can't complain.
Heck yeah, man. I noticed when on that last stop, he went in, it was a lap or two before you did, and man, oh man, when you come back out, you guys were so close. That was it just unbelievable how much new tires are, compared to used tires. But man, you was able to hold on to it, and good win, man.
I appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, it seemed like lap traffic. You were catching the lap traffic at all the right times. He was catching all the wrong times. And you were able to extend that lead. But, man, great run back-to-back. You must be happy seeing 4 out of the top 5 being Reaper Racing, because Christian did come home top 5 for you, too. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was a heck of a night for Reaper Racing. Even Sam, he had a good run. He got caught up in some stuff, unfortunately, but even he was running pretty good tonight. Whenever pit cycle rolling around, he was right up there in the mix with us, just a lap down, just having a good time. We were cutting up, having a good time with it.
Yeah, and I asked Thomas, did you Reaper guys? I know he said he didn't, but did you guys do some testing or something? Because you guys were just fast tonight.
We didn't do anything team-wise. I hopped on for maybe 15 minutes before the practice session opened up here and just tried to get a good queue time. And then everything else, I'll tell you what really helps me in this series is on Saturday nights, I run the Original Rebels Saturday Night Send-It Cup Series. And they drive different, but it really helps you kind of learn the track and kind of what's going to work and what's not going to work for Sunday nights.
That's for sure. Any shout-outs you want to give? Any thanks you want to give before you go?
Oh, absolutely. I want to give a shout-out to, of course, Kinder Farm and Ranch. Man, we've been on fire since they came on board, and it's been an absolute blast to have them. Thank everybody over at Reaper Racing, of course. Had a fantastic night. Thank all my fans, Sherry, especially. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Mom, Dad, they're watching at home. Ratchet, Kane, Colby, Ashley, Cody, all y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And, of course, thank y'all up in the booth. And I think Jesse and William Griffith are the commissioners of this series. And, of course, Matt for putting together a heck of a league. It was a clean race in the night. I don't even know how many cautions they have. One caution tonight, and that's just phenomenal.
Yeah, one caution for somebody losing it coming off a pit road, but those things happen. And phenomenal race overall. So hopefully we'll talk to you again next week in the Final Four.
I sure hope so, boys. Y'all have a good night.
You
too, man.
One last thing, Eddie, I want to add. I know Brett Rederer said in our chat his championship hopes are done for the season. Learned a lot. Can't wait for next season. Big thanks to Intensity. You guys are badass. Also, thanks to the admins, Original Rebel Racing League, especially Matt Geist. So that shows Brett a lot of maturity there. I like that. Being very respectful and, things don't go your way, but you still have enough to say the nice things. So we appreciate that, Brett. Appreciate you. And, next year's a new season. We'll have to look back on that. But, man, Eddie, what a great race tonight here at Charlotte. Incredible racing. One caution.
Man, I'm telling you.
Some side-by-side hard racing throughout the race. And, man.
Yeah, the whole field, man, there was racing all over the.
Yeah, there was. And I don't think we have standings just yet. I'm trying to see Final Four updated. Let's see who our Final Four are. Zach Wetstein, Garrett Kinder, Thomas Lee, William Griffith. Your top 4 for next week. That's a credible turn of events. I thought maybe Sturgeon or somebody else might be able to sneak in there, but yeah, that's your top 4. Zach Wetstein, Garrett Kinder, Thomas Lee, and William Griffith will be running for a championship next week at Michigan.
Heck yeah, man. So extra luck shout out to those guys. And
now we know these guys put on quite the show at Michigan earlier in the season when they ran the
it's the Ray Cobb Memorial Race.
Yep, Ray Cobb Memorial Race, which you called with me. if I remember correctly.
No, I was actually in that one.
That's what it
I
was. You
raced
were in
one.
that one,
Yep.
yeah. So I apologize for that slip in my mind. I couldn't remember the exact name. I have so many names on my mind. But yeah, that should be an amazing race next week again, as those guys always put on a great show at Michigan. I think they finished 3 or 4 wide, if I remember correctly as well. So looking forward to next week as we move on to Michigan for your Final Four. Eddie, anything else you want to add to this?
Oh man, no, not really. I mean, that pretty much speaks for itself right there. Just the tires and man, it was some great racing. You know, not just at the front, but all the way through the whole entire field. And you couldn't have asked for a better race. That was phenomenal.
Eddie, where are the ARCA cars at tomorrow? Do you know?
Tomorrow, I have no idea, brother.
Well, join
I
us.
can look it up real quick.
No, it's fine. So join us tomorrow night for iOS ARCA series, Monday night, 10 Eastern, and then we'll have the. I know they're in their playoffs. They're not quite at the end yet, but they are in the playoffs. Then you have the iOS Fort Worth Screen Printing Cup Series on Tuesday. It's their final race of the season from Las Vegas. Then Wednesday, the iOS Truck Series finale at Las Vegas. Then Double Dirt on Thursday. So come check us out. We're here all the time. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Intensity Abroad 1. You can also find us on eRacing TV on the Fire Stick and the Roku. So for you watching at home there, we appreciate you and thank you for watching. Again, my name is Josh Hall. He's been Eddie Morris for Intensity Broadcasting. And as Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over